Well, a couple of days ago I had an 8-pound pork butt roast, and I processed in the pressure cooker about 6 pounds of it. I left this huge chunk out because I wanted to can it. So I'm going to dice this up, put it in my jars. I also have a little bit of Polish sausage here that I had left over from dinner yesterday, and I'm gonna put it in one of the half-pint jars and can that as well. I don't know how much this is gonna take up. I got 2 pints and 2 half-pints. And so yeah, I'm gonna cut those up. Alright, so you got a gist of what I just did. I had the pork butt roast, boneless, that I cut up into diced pieces. Cut off some of the larger chunks of fat. And I've got 2.5 pints of that. It was slightly browned on the outside because the other day when I made the pork roast in here, I browned all of it. So it had some browning on the outside, because I was going to actually pressure cook the whole thing, and then I decided to leave some out to pressure can. So I've got 2.5 pints of the pork butt boneless. I had some boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I was thawing out. I put in the fridge yesterday. So I've got 1.5. What did I do with that one? Oh, I got 1 pint of that. I have 1 pint of the Polish sausage. And I had a little bit of chicken left, not enough for that. I'll be right back. Okay, so too much happened. I don't remember where I left off. Anyway, so I've got the pork in here. I've got some chicken in here, and I had just enough chicken to fill about half of this, a little bit more. So I decided to make a simple chicken soup, and I added some water, some celery, carrots, and some minced dried onion. So I got that. So I've got, what do we have in here right now? My goodness, you know, I could fit another small half-pint jar right in the middle, because this fits 7 half-pint jars, and there's actually enough space in the middle for something. Let me look around. If I find something, I'll put that in there. All right, I was thinking about putting some of the leftover pork that I cooked and just canning it and saving it for later, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll have it for dinner tonight or sandwiches tomorrow or something. So I'm just going to fill the space with the jar of water. So now I have 2 wide mouth jars, pints, 1 regular pint, and 4 half pints in there. So I got 7 jars in here, all full of different things. I got 4 cups of water in the bottom. We're going to close the lid. We're going to lock the lid. I have to say that every time because I forgot a couple times. And we're going to leave it on exhaust. The vent on the top on exhaust for right now. We're going to hit high. We're going to do a time of 90 minutes. And we're going to hit start. Now this is going to continue to wind, and in a few minutes, as the temperature comes up and the pressure comes up, there'll be steam coming out the top vent, and then it'll begin an E10 countdown. When the E10 countdown gets down to E0, you flip the vent on top to airtight, and then the 90-minute countdown will begin. When the 90-minute countdown is finished, you leave it, let it depressurize on its own. And that'll take about, you give it a half an hour, 45 minutes at least. I usually give it about an hour because I'm not in a hurry to get it done. So, there you go. I'll be back in 90 minutes or more because I'm actually going to be outside after the E10. I have to wait for that so I can flip the vent over. So that'll take about, like I said, 20 minutes or so. Alright, so that took approximately 15 minutes to finish the E10 countdown. And I'll flip the valve over to airtight, and we've got 88 minutes to go. Alright, quickly, before my battery dies. This has been sitting here for a while, probably an hour or so. I heard a ping just before I opened it. There's two more. There's some chicken. Lift up the thing here first. Okay, I just took out a chicken, and look, it's still boiling. That is some of the pork butt roast. And that too. Pork butt roast. Water tilted over. This one, what is that? Is that the small thing of the pork butt? Or small chicken? That's not chicken. That might be the sausage. This is the little soup that I made because I had a little bit of chicken to fill half the jar, so I filled the rest of it with celery, carrot, and some dried minced onion. Oh, that's the Polish sausage. Still boiling. So, sweet. Yeah, that's the other pork loin there. I had 2.5 pints of the pork loin. I'm gonna move it real quick. Everything's still bubbling away. Like I said, it's been sitting in the pot. It's been done for at least an hour. I let it depressurize on its own. And now I'm going to cover it with a towel. Don't want it to cool off too quickly in there. There's chicken, 2.5 pints of the pork, 1 thing of Polish sausage, and chicken soup.